Hello and welcome to another Rant and Stuff where I rant and I talk about stuff. The first time I interacted with an eagle, I think I was 13. I believe so. Oh, I could be wrong, but it was a teenage number, one of those. We went to a place called African Lion Safari, and in one of the shows that they had, you can hold a bald eagle. Me being the person I am. They said, "Oh, is there anybody here that wants to maybe hold this bird?" And I said, "Yeah, why not? I'll hold a bald eagle. What? Shits and giggles. Why not?" So I held up my hand. I said, "I'd like to do it." He said, "Sure, young man, come up here." So I proceeded to go to the front of the stage, and as I'm doing that, the person goes, "No, no, 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 go the other way." So behind me, there was another trainer with that was there, and I went to where I was directed to, and they gave me a glove, and I put on this glove, and then they gave me a piece of meat. They said it was chicken, and just to hold out my hand and hold it there, and the bird would come to me. So I was fairly short for 13. I didn't get my height until 16, but at the age of 13, I was still really short, maybe about 5'5", right? Tall for some people, short for me. So they gave me the glove, the chicken. I put my hand out, and the person said, "You ready?" I said, "Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this." And the bird came, and it was quite a way. It was across the room. It was from where they were to where I was. The bird looked small. Well, they let the bird go, and the eagle started flying towards me. And every flap of this eagle's wing, it just got closer and bigger and closer and bigger, and it perched itself on my arm. And I said, "Wow!" Damn near took my shoulders out. I remember using the power of Grayskull to keep my um, hands up. Power of Grayskull. You can Google search that one. That is a reference from a TV show. But it was a really cool to see an eagle that close right beside me on my hand, looking down at me. I'm like, oh my gosh, this bird's gonna peck on my eye. Oh, another bird story that I have, not an eagle, but seagulls. So, so my parents are gone. My parents are gone, and I'm on the balcony, and I see these seagulls, and I see the seagulls all on the school, like near the school. But I'm on my balcony. I think I'm on the sixth floor. So I run inside, and I get some bread, and I start. And the bread is probably about quarter loaf, right? Quarter loaf left in the bag. So I started throwing it over the balcony, hoping to draw the birds to me. Well, they all came. Every single one, and I was having great. I was having fun because at the beginning, I would drop it down and they would pick it off the floor. Well, then they started scooping it out of the sky, and then they started hovering around the balcony. So there's this flock of seagulls floating and flying around the balcony trying to get bread for me. And my parents come home. So my parents are watching me from inside the living room feeding this bird, the bird, the bread, right? Because obviously the bread isn't supposed to be for the birds. And I ran out of bread. So I went inside and I got cheese, but I didn't see my parents there, right? So I went inside and got cheese. Well, I'm not allowed to feed birds anymore. And I'm not. I like cheese a lot, but I'm not allowed to feed birds anymore, and I don't. And I had a stern talking to by my parents. Those are one of the many things that I've done. Yeah, there was one time when my mom asked me to go to the store. She asked me to go to the store to No, she asked me to go meet somebody and then go to the store. The person I'm supposed to meet is going to give me a bag. And then I was supposed to go to the store and pick up bread. So I went and I picked up the bag. And then I went to the store and I was passing Street Fighter Turbo. And I put in a quarter. And an hour and a half, I think it was almost 2 hours later, I went home. Forgot the bread, right? Yeah, that didn't end well for me. So I got home. I got a very stern talking to. And if anybody's out there is a West Indian, then I got a stern talking to, right? But moral of the story is when your parents ask you to go to the store for bread and there's video games there, make sure you get the bread before you get the video games, right? So comment, subscribe if you've ever had to deal with a situation like that. I know we all have childhood stories. You guys have a good one.